La Liga 201,718 has finally gotten underway. The season started in a fairly low-key fashion on Friday night before getting more interesting on Saturday and Sunday. All told, the weekend produced several talking points that are worthy of discussion. What are they? 1. Real Madrid don't need Cristiano Ronaldo. The champions were the last side to play at the weekend. 2 games were played on Monday and they got the title defense off to a comfortable start. They beat Deportivo 0-3 in the Riazor and barely broke a sweat. They were 0-2 up before half an hour and Toni Kroos added the dagger just after the hour. Madrid got the goals from Gareth Bale, Casemiro and Toni Kroos. Los Blancos were so comfortable in possession, with Luka Modric looking particularly imperious, that there was never really a suggestion that Madrid were missing the suspended superstar. Expect the mentality to continue. Despite being the club's all-time top goal scorer and one of the greatest goal-getter to ever play the game, Real Madrid have shown they can function without the 32-year-old. Luka Modric's passing stats in Real Madrid's opening La Liga game: white circle 71, attempted 67, completed 94.3% accuracy. New season, same old Luka. Bullseye. Pic.twitter.com. TVigBiakCD. Squawka Football at Squawka. August 21, 2017. That's not to say they don't want him. My goodness, why would you ever turn down a player of his quality even if he needs to be game managed? The end of last season showed the value there. The times they are a-changing in the Spanish capital, too. Carlos Soler is the next big thing, with Marco Asensio and Dani Ceballos firmly entering the public consciousness this summer, bursting through for Real Madrid and Spain respectively. La Liga's attentions must now find a new young prospect. A new next big thing in midfield. Well, Carlos Soler just put a big foot forward to be that next big thing with his excellent display for Valencia in the 10 win over Las Palmas. The 20-year-old playmaker was incredibly composed and competent, especially when he had the ball at his feet. Soler completed an incredible 92% of his passes, creating 5 chances with his perceptive passing. When Simone Zaza slotted home a well-weighted cutback, you knew it was Soler that had played it. Soler versus Las Palmas. Obviously he was still a rough prospect and made errors, but there was so much potential displayed in his performance that one can only wait for the inevitable Barcelona versus Real Madrid tug-of-war over his signature in the summer of 2018. 3. Sergi Roberto is ready for the big time after being left out of the Supercopa first leg. Rumors were abound that Sergi Roberto wanted to leave Barcelona, that there was a fracture between board and player. As it turned out, that wasn't the case. Roberto began the second leg but didn't take off until he was moved to central midfield. At the weekend against Real Betis he started in central midfield and the 25-year-old was sublime. A ceaseless dynamo of pressing and passing, Roberto got the ball, moved it on and then made excellent supporting runs to allow the more natural superstars in the side to flourish. He also showed intelligent instincts to arrive late in the box and score his side's second goal. He'll never be a new Andres Iniesta, but he's already shown he loves the big stage. His goal sealed the magnificent 61 against PSG and his run set up Messi's enormous winner in the final Clásico. With the rumoured addition of Jean-Michel Seri and the already established genius of Sergio Busquets, the relentless energy of Sergi Roberto may just be the ideal complement for Barca's midfield. 4. Girona. To be taken seriously, no one really expected that small Catalan side to create much of a fuss in La Liga, even with the City Football Group CFG owning half of the club and pumping cash into the coffers. Girona are the 6th club under CFG's banner, and have benefited greatly from it. 5 of Girona's squad on loan from City, and key of those is Pablo Maffeo. The young right-back played on the right of a back 5 against Atletico Madrid and at 5 helped rebuff the high-powered visitors. Atletico were held scoreless for 78 minutes, and in 4 madcap minutes in the first half Girona bagged 2 of their own to take a shock lead. Girona lost that lead in the end, with Atletico Madrid showing the garra you'd expect from a Diego Simeone side to fight back and bag a late equalizer, but Girona's performance was so emphatic that they aren't likely to be propping up the Liga table come May 5th. Barcelona still need signings. The Blaugrana won 20 at home, and while Leo Messi and Sergio Busquets wielded supreme authority, and Sergi Roberto and Nelson Semedo were mighty impressive too, it's clear that Barcelona were missing a little something. Paco Alcácer was woeful on the left wing, and while Gerard Deulofeu technically set up both goals, his overall play was poor too. Ousmane Dembélé will be one of the best players in the world in a few years and, as a Barca fan, would be a dream fit on either wing. Meanwhile, Barcelona's need for a midfielder capable of playing first-touch football at the base of midfield is well established and was as obvious against Real Betis as it was against Real Madrid. Jean-Michel Seri is the player who perfectly fits this role and, as another Barcelona fan, is someone the Blaugrana should look to snap up if they want to genuinely challenge Real Madrid.